Hey guys! Happy Friday! This is our weekly Friday answer key video for this week of 4/20 through 4/24. Here is the Math Monday answer key from this week. Remember, going throughout this video, you can pause when you need to check your answers. And then after you check your answers, if you got them all right, let me know. If you didn't get them all right, let me know. If you have any questions about anything, let me know how it's going. So go ahead and pause. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. In your grammar packet this week, you should have started with commas. And for the ye old rumor mill, here is what it should look like. Don't forget, you should have a comma at the beginning and the end of each sentence you added into it. Yours won't look exactly like mine, but as long as you're describing the people or person or animal in the sentence, then you're good to go, as long as it makes sense. Next up was quotation marks. For Talking Princess Doll, so I'm gonna just own up to my own mistake that I made right here. I did what some of you guys do sometimes and started working before reading all of the instructions. So I wrote in my own sentences that I thought she might say instead of using the sentences that are down at the bottom. Some of you might have done that as well. If so, that's okay. I like to see the creativity. But if you use the sentences down below, you see I've numbered them, and then you also see the numbers to the side. So for example, number 1, my castle is your castle, would match up with number 3, my castle is your castle, she says to guest, and so on. So whether you put your own sentences or the sentences from below, either way is good as long as they match up and make sense. Next up is the quotation match. The first part was you needed to match these up top, and then you needed to add them down below to whoever you thought they would match. So make sure you match them correctly, and also that you use quotation marks and commas, whether it was tag at the beginning or tag at the end, like we talked about in class. Up next was apostrophes. For crunch time, you are making contractions using apostrophes, combining words like I am into I'm. So make sure you got all 8 correct. And then for the social studies this week, we moved on to the southern colonies. Remember to pause for each page to check and make sure you got them correct. I should also see underlining from where you got the answer from. If they're not exactly worded like mine, it's okay as long as they have the same gist. Same thing on this one, underlining and answering. And once again for this one, underlining and answering. All the answers are in the passages, guys. Just got to go back and look for it. And then filling out the chart. Yours should all look like mine, except for would you have wanted to live there, why or why not? This should be your opinion, yes or no, and why, some reasons. And after the southern colonies, we got into the jobs of the colonial times. The first one was a basket maker. So it's going back to this to the passage and finding the answers, underlining them, and then putting them in complete sentences. Don't forget to restate the question in your answer so that we know what you're talking about. The shoemaker one, you should have designed your own shoe. You could have colored it however you wanted. I just did a quick little design on mine, but I would love to see your pictures and your designs, so please send me a picture of them. I would love to see them. There's no right or wrong for this one. And then with the tailors, we learned what tailors were and underlining and answering. And then silversmith, same thing. We needed to compare them to blacksmiths and then tell how an object was used. And finally, printers. So underline an answer. Again, yours don't have to be the exact same wording as mine. As long as they're similar, I'll take it. Check out the other video for the math workbook page answers, and that is your work for the week. Happy Friday, guys.